So the message I just got before I press record over and over again was, it's raining blessings. So I placed these cards down onto my bed, and as I did that and grabbed my tripod, it just started pouring rain. It just started bucketing, and I just heard, it's raining blessings. By the way, when I say I just heard, I don't literally mean I'm hearing a voice in my ear. That's not what I mean. It's the word I use, but it's just a thought that comes to me. And it comes out of nowhere. That's what I mean when I say I just heard. A sudden thought that comes out of nowhere, that it feels like it comes from somewhere not within myself. So it feels like external communication coming at me. And I just kept hearing it over and over again, and my entire body warmed up. And for those of you who haven't watched the last reading, please do, because I talked about that, the meaning of when your body warms up, regarding a particular thought. So I'm not going to go into it again, but yeah, I kept hearing it. And the more I kept hearing it, in inverted commas, the warmer my body became. And my left hand, which is where I carry most of my energy actually, is really, really fired up right now. So I'm just going to get straight into it. And I wasn't meant to do this now. I was meant to work, but I had some cancellations. So I'm doing this instead. So what does the universe want to say to you? 1, 2, 3, let's go. I just asked Jesus to give you the messages that you need for your highest good today. So let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. And my son said, my eldest son, my 8-year-old said this morning, this may be relevant. Some of you need to take charge. Whoever's watching this, by the way, that comment was for you. It's raining blessings for you from above. They're coming down from above. And that reminds me of what my son said this morning. He said, I don't remember the wording actually, because there was a lot going on and it's not easy getting them ready for school, but it was really random. Out of nowhere, he just said something to the effect of, I'm about to experience heaven, or I'm about to feel heaven. And I said, what do you mean by that? And he kept talking about heaven, and I said, stop saying that, because I freaked out. I thought, what are you trying to tell me, that you're thinking you're going to die soon? And he said, I mean, heaven's going to come down to me. That's what he said. Heaven is going to come down to me. I did a reading a long time ago about these pyramids, what they represent, our journey on Earth. Yeah, how they start off. I wasn't planning to say this. Now I've got to remember that reading. Email me if you're interested and I'll tell you which one it is. But, it's kind of like, this is where we start off. And as we get higher and higher, it does become more intense, more specialized, more specific to your particular journey. It's the great ascent from the moment we start our earth plane experience. Yeah, transformation. It is a journey of transformation. And you'll find that, with every lifetime, you become less and less attached to the physical plane. Yeah, become more interested in other things. Okay, what else? You can be more. Well, I just said communication, external communication. There's a confirmation of that. Okay, but yes, it's you become more about the inner journey, but the inner journey not in a selfish way. Not in a selfish way. I mean, you find Jesus from within, you find God from within, but it then becomes a very practical thing, because then you apply that love, you apply that wisdom to other people, yeah, our brothers and sisters. Okay, what else do we want to say? I'm not getting a great deal. This card comes up so much. It may just be a reminder for a few of you, yeah, that you do need to be flexible. You do need to be adaptable, try new things, see things in a different way, open your mind to different possibilities. Even maybe some of you who have found this channel might initially have been potentially resistant to some of the ideas. Some of you may have been, look, I had a friend who was very resistant to Jesus, actually. When I say I still do. We're actually very close friends. He's not anymore, because, yeah, I will say it. I don't need to give any details, but yeah, I have interceded so many times for him through Jesus, and the results have been so specific and sometimes so immediate that he is a believer now. Anyway, 1, 2, 3. I love how these readings surprise me as much as they probably surprise you. I never know what's going to come out, or very rarely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Some of you are being called actually to take on a bigger role in terms of offering assistance to other people who need it. It's another message I just got. Ooh, vitality. What do you want to say about vitality? It's one of my favorite cards. It really is. Oh, goodness. I did not think this was going to be a love reading. Okay, so there is somebody, or, several of you who are going through radical transformations from within, finding, I guess, the best possible version of yourself. I've got Orange Colored Sky singing in my head too. Oh, I love that song. Why is that singing it? Because it is to do with love. Someone's going to find love, or love is going to come at you. I've never said that before. Love is going to come at you at a time when you're not expecting. The moon is representative of secrets, things that are kept hidden. But you've got to go with the flow in order for that. And when I say it, wow, strength and vitality, big message there. Big message there. Strength and vitality. So it's about the balance between your inner strength and also just the ability to also go with the flow. Know when it's time to push and know when it's time to just sort of sit back a little bit. It's very important to find that balance in life. Even when we speak to God, we have to do that. It's important to know when to pray, but also know when it's time to just stop, sit back a little bit and listen to what he has to say. Know when to pray, know when to listen to what he has to say, because they're different things. Yeah, communication is a two-way street. Okay. I've got Orange Sky in my head, Orange Colored Sky. It's just the first verse that's coming to me. I was walking alone, minding my business, when out of the orange colored sky, flash, bam, alakazam, wonderful you came by. I feel like the person that does come by the way, is somebody who is a real take charge person. Somebody who's quite comfortable in a leadership role. Quite comfortable, oh God, I was going to say straddling that horse. Well, I'm going to say it. Quite comfortable straddling the horse. I think that's it for today. Do we have any more? Maybe we'll do three more. 1, 2, 3. Loving this reading, by the way. Very unexpected. Well, what did I just say? Very unexpected. There's a reason I just said that. Something is coming in that is very unexpected. And your job is to really tune into your intuition, tune into God, tune into your body as well, and flow with it. And just know when it's time to sit back and know when it's time to act. Got to be flexible. So it may mean not being so in control. You have to relinquish control. Give it up to God. All right, let's go. 3 more. 1, 2, 3. 3 more and we're done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Happiness. Well, vitality, happiness, love. I mean, what more can I say? I don't even need to add to that. Why is chaos here? I need to know why chaos is here. Maybe I just should have left it. It's there for a reason. Patience. Well, that's interesting because I feel like there is happiness and chaos. Yeah. Sometimes when the truth comes in, it can be quite chaotic. I just said chaotic. And I felt like it was going to come out as hate. There may be a lot of opposition to this. That's what I'm getting here. And you may be somebody who has experienced a lot of chaos. I want to say a lot of hate. Look, I'll just be honest. I've experienced a lot of hate in my life from people that don't even know me, and I sometimes don't even understand where it's come from. It is what it is. Remember, Jesus said, if they hate you, they hated me first. But it doesn't matter because look at the body language of this guy. That is a guy who is triumphant. This is a person who triumphs. And I spoke a little while ago about how my youngest son said one day that he drew an ant. And he drew an ant, but it was up in the sky. And I said to him, why did you draw the ant up in the sky? And there were clouds around him. And he said, because no one can step on that ant anymore. And the ant had wings. And I've said in another reading that when I see this now, that's what I see. Someone who's standing in their truth and no one can step on them. No one. Doesn't matter how much chaos people may try to cause. And it's going to happen. There's nothing you can do about that. But there's also nothing that they can do about this. That is the message I'm getting. There's nothing they can do to take away your happiness because the transformation you have undergone and continue to undergo, it is something that the universe is going to reward you for, and they can't stop it. Is there anything else you want to say? I really do feel like I will eventually get these down to 5 minutes. Okay, I will. It just feels important. I just feel like I've got to go with the flow. All right, we're going to get 3 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Maybe we'll just the one more and then the back. Higher consciousness. Yeah, there is nothing that can stop you if you are listening. So when I say, to me, higher consciousness is not just tapping into your higher self. This is tapping into beings of higher consciousness, whether they be angels, and they're always communicating with us. They work tirelessly and relentlessly for God. It's what they do to make sure that the outcome God wants is what happens. Okay, as above, so below, as a lot of people like to say, but it's true. So keep that communication. Please keep that communication line open between. And if you're wondering how to do that, please email me, because that's kind of outside the scope of this reading. I will say it does require a lot of patience. Yes, it definitely does. It needs a lot of patience. Oh my goodness. And I said we'll do one from the top, one from the back. That's when miracles happen. Okay. Keep the lines open. What a reading. All right. I will see you all soon. Stay blessed.